Hiya guys, it's SpectreGaming here. Welcome back to some more Total Warhammer 2. Where are we at? Just besieging that. Oh, we've got to get Grimgor's armor.
What?
We've got to get something cracker. Right. And that's the problem. And if they didn't have it, they've now got the trait for killing Marathi. And they're just coming in a tide. One thing I have noticed there is, though, the High Elves aren't taking attrition. But the Dark Elves have been. Why aren't the High Elves taking attrition? Everyone should take attrition in the Wood Elves forest, except Wood Elves. With maybe the exception of Alariel, but that's when a faction actually is Alariel's faction. Etain should always take attrition. And if Etain's as strong as they are, those three armies, if anything, are the vanguard. I bet there's another 6 to 10 armies behind those. Because when I was facing the Elven Tide on my Chaos campaign, I'd get batches of 4 armies coming through, top and middle. So that were 8 armies. And that was with Alariel, Alethanar, Tyrion, Eltharion. All as legendary lords. They just didn't have Teclis. And they didn't have Imric, because obviously they're both dead. It's Belagar. And actually, to be fair with you, I'd be quite terrified to see how Black Orcs hold up against Grail Guardians and some of the high tier infantry of Bretonnia. But if these elf armies like the ones I've been facing in my Chaos campaign, if they've got like 7-8 flying units, which is like Flame Phoenixes, Star Dragons, Fire Dragons, Arcane Phoenixes, that's probably going to fuck my army anyway. If we do survive it, then I'm probably still going to lose units. Because Black Orcs aren't anywhere near as good as Chosen. They're just not. Chosen have got far, far better stats.
The time.
I'm going to keep him there, actually, in that stance. Because from there, it can respond to Karazikarak in one turn, or Iron Rock in one turn. So as long as I don't attack both places simultaneously, I can respond. And if they do, I'd always try and save a city over a town. While a town can be quite important, and that does give +1 rank for the Black Orcs, I'd still save a city over a town.
Ready.
if I had to choose. Oh god, and he's hungry as well. So he's got 2 iron breakers, a shit ton of hammers, 2 more iron drakes, some rangers, thunderers. At least he stopped bringing slayers. He's got some slayers though. Iron breakers, 2 slayers. At least not rank 8 though, or something. What's that shit? Cannot die. Oh. So if the hit points are less than 75%, it's disabled. But while it's above 75%, they can't die. So they have a fully intact unit of slayers. Is that on both? There it is. Oh god. So he's got 3 units of slayers in that army total. 2 giant and 1 normal. More hammerers. He's got 3 thunderers, a quarreler, 2 flame cannons, 2 organ guns. And see, he's bringing these armies now. Normally I would say this is playing into my hands, but these probably have better stats than my Black Orcs.
Let's go.
That's one of the issues. All my Black Orcs get to fight them. He's actually got better infantry than I've got. The only difference is that I can get units like the giant there to full effectiveness. But the problem is against that army, he's only got what? 7, 8 range units. My bow boy's almost worthless. I mean, over half his army is fucking all melee. Ugh. Stay where you are, Arog.
Orcs will.
You stay where you are as well there. How many guys have I got wounded? Just 1 wounded. One didn't die, did it? No, one didn't die.
Let's get scabby. Not once more. Moving.
Just need to get him up there. Then he can start coming back.
Leading from the front.
Right, okay, let's... I'm not sure if this siege... Is this siege done now, or... Is siege ready to do? Okay, we can fight this and do this now. Just that it basically with this, it's wiping out. It was supposed to wipe out, I think, 2 or 3 units of my skulkers, which wouldn't happen. And I have no way to like re-recruit them while they're over there. So I don't want to lose units yet. And skulkers, as I said, regardless, I'm going to keep these in my army. Because they get both red troop upgrades, because they do have some use. The ball boys just cavalry at the moment are just so shit, and bow boys aren't great to begin with. They don't do bad against some of the ranged armies, but it's proving how bad they are when Empire are fielding so many cavalry and they can't compete. It's just like, it's not even close. The Empire cavalry are just fucking embarrassing them. Think about it. Where are my siege towers? That said I had a siege tower, right? Give me a second here. I just noticed, like, hang about, where the fuck are my siege towers? I specifically built like 2 siege towers for a reason. I was going to put a Black Hawk unit in each of them and stick them on the units at either side of the walls. Because if my Black Hawks have got to climb the walls, by the time they reach the wall, they're very tired. And then, as I've seen in the past, when you get very tired Black Hawks in the walls against fresh greatswords, the greatswords kick the living piss out of them. But to some point where the units die, to other points where they don't die but get reduced to double figures, very, very low. So like 10, 11, 12, 13 guys. And then they take, well, for this guy, they'd probably take about 3 or 4 turns to recover. But, didn't I just quick save that? I'm not sure what just happened there, if I'm completely honest. I'm pretty sure it said I had a siege tower. I only need, well, it builds them in sets of 2, so I'd have 2 siege towers. I only need 2, I don't need more than 2, because I'm just planning on putting 2 Black Hawks on the wall. The other 6 are going to go through the gate with the main force, but I just noticed I had no siege towers.
Start the war! Choppers out!
Now it says, what? It didn't say that last time. Am I going back to? Am I going back to?
I'll crush them all!
What you want?
Now's the time.
Bah. Get going. Morg says what?
I've gone back a turn, haven't I? I have, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, because it's not Goggy Sneak yet. Right, okay, fair enough. Oops. Right, we've seen all this, so I need to see this again. Oh, this time they actually killed a high elf farm. It actually turned out better for us. They might have lost Kingsglade as a city, but they've now reoccupied it. But they killed, I think, Alistair there. That would be a null. That didn't happen last time, but I'm not fighting Grimgor's army while mine's all fucked, and I'm certainly not fighting him in the underway where it benefits him and not me. The underway on places like it are purely range-sided, because you've got no way you can underway behind them. Oh my god, what is this?
Not possible. This is not in the Damas crop.
There wasn't 3 there before. Last time there was 2. Now there's 3.
Let's get stabby.
Oh, bollocks.
Attack.
Right. Let's do a save maybe at the start of this fucking turn. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I really don't. Right, that said, I have a siege tower. So why don't I have a siege tower? Right, that was your skill point. Remember giving me that. Oh, I had one turn till a siege tower. Fucking hell. Right, okay. Then we wait one turn.
Born for war. Yeah, I'm going. This is my land.
Yeah, so from there it can get into either of those. Okay. My foot.
Boss? When I gets there, gonna stab.
Get him over there. Alright. That's the army I could have intercepted, but I needed my one turn recovery, and they're still injured, to be fair. Then I've got that army of fucking hammer spam coming in. And then there's Grimgor with a level 22 and a level 33 hero. This one's also got magical items. And the problem is that if I beat Ungrim now, although it'll probably put me into the underway to fight him, next turn I'm going to get hit by Belagar and Thorgrim. And I'm not going to be able to beat them after taking a beating from Mount Gumbad. And if there's two of them reinforcing each other, which is more than likely, I'd have to lightning strike and beat one, then use the garrison to help me beat the third army, which I'm not going to be able to do, because I'd probably either lose against the second army based on the casualties I might take from that, especially in the underway, or I might beat the second army but then lose units, and the only units I'm willing to lose are the war boys. The rest I need to keep. Oh fuck. So what they've finally been trying to do all this time is get 3 armies on me. They've now finally got to a point where they can. Well, shit. Just trying to think what I could do. This is where your chess moves are on the campaign map. You win or lose more campaigns on here than you ever will in the battle, because you can win fights here before you even fight them. Or you can put the odds so drastically in your favour, you can auto-resolve the enemy.
Ha! Violence! Duke, send me to battle.
One thing I could try and do, and this is what I'm aiming at here, because this is a city, and the garrison's only going to get stronger, because I can upgrade to that building, and this is upgrading to tier 4 next turn. And last time I got to tier 4 was when fuckwit Thorgrim took it and sent it back down to tier 2. But it depends on something, which might or might not happen. With a thin green line, and the problem is we're too thin. What I could do is attack Ungrim, kill Ungrim, move back, try and move to about here. Well, not with his attrition. And try and get recovery, but not in the city. And ideally an ambush stance. Ideally, these two morons attack the city. But they don't attack it immediately. They wait for siege equipment. That gives me that turn recovery, which might be all that I need. Then I can attack and lightning strike one of them. Then use my army what's left of it, plus the garrison to kill the third army. Because otherwise I've got to withdraw back here, and Squighorn has got an even weaker garrison. There's no way I'm going to be able to hold a fucking city. Which means that my next fallback point is going to be Black Crag or Karazakarak. Unless I bring Arog forward and put two armies against them. But then I'll also take Mount Gumbad back. I'm going to need to keep two armies here. Pretty much all the time. Which means I'm going to either need to build a fourth army or try and get him back. Now I can get him back once I've destroyed that, because I can underway over to here and run across here.
Ready for murdering.
I'm going to go with this option. I'm going to try and do it. I'm going to save it beforehand, so if need be, I can move back to this point. Because if I have to lose an army, the one army I don't want to lose is Grimgor's. At least not with him in it. I don't mind if they go, as I said, but I don't really want to lose Grimgor himself. So I love the Ferric victory. I outrank him, every single unit of his, and I'm supposed to lose 2 full units of Black Orcs, which I've not lost yet in Grimgor's army. The injured unit of Skulkers, fair enough, and a unit of Boarboys. How do I lose two full units of Black Orcs? To what? I've been hacking through armies that are rank 7 and above. What a rank 5s and 6s can do to me, and in some cases rank 4s. They're going to get murderized. And these actually, because they're injured, I'm going to leave them back here out of the way. I don't need them all anyway to beat them. Right, there's an organ gun there. There's an organ gun there. And there's a flame cannon there.
Choppers ready. The Black Orcs will win.
Actually, go first, then last.
Here we go.
Right, where are these fuckers Slayers? So now he's got about 3 units of them. One there, no more Slayers there, and one there. Fuck me, spread them out. Of course they did. Chunkiest point, gap-wise, is actually where the giant is. So, stick there with the giant. Where it immortals. There.
Fights in his life.
There's 265 range. Look at that, he's got another piece of artillery here. He's got another flame cannon in the middle. Shit. Well, actually then, that one on the far side, coming off the Boarboys. Always going to have to deal with that. 265, 265, and 300. So the organ guns have got longer range.
Ready. Shifting.
unclicking units. I don't know why it does that. It's so annoying.
Poor boys. We're the green side.
What the fuck? Got my units drag.
Run, boys.
Because of the lock thing?
Moving fast.
Alright, let's not put that on. That's incredibly annoying.
Ready, boss. Shifting. Boss on the march. On Grimgor.
Where's his slayers at? One right on the end. And that one there, okay. Kind of where they are basically. Problem is I don't put ball boys into them. Right. It's got more melee units than me, so I can't cover them all, unfortunately. Ouch.
I smell fear. Running.
Whoa, 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 whoa. River Hag Troll, holy fuck shit. Get back, woman. Jesus. Why have these stopped all of a sudden? For what potential purpose would you be stopping? Get into combat. Stop. In fact, they're smokers, aren't they? That's fine, stop. So I've got another machine for you. Jesus, she got battered. Fucking organ gun fucked her up. Should not do that kind of damage to a hero. Aren't they anti-infantry? No, they just don't have basic missiles. Okay, fair enough.
Please, goblins!
There he is.
Show us the enemy! Biggest, brutalist orc! Ready! Can't do! I'm going! Yes! That's the place! On the move! Time for slaughtering!
Yeah!
Bash 'em! For the try! Get clobbering! Not a problem! Chop 'em up! Got it?
Move your win. Grimgor, we kinda need you down here. We have an ungrim problem. Actually, we'll get them. Actually, what are these? They're iron breakers. Can all help them. Actually, one of these fuckers down.
Wah! I'm the best!
Nasty skunkers!
Eat everything! We speed! Moving fast! Awesome! Kill all trophies! Stone chicken! Better get better! Do not share! Let's do this! What you want?
They might be
Bad
getting us.
boys!
They might be too low to save them. But I didn't realise Unger would be on that far left fucking flank. It's a problem when he's got fucking trait for killing Deathmaster. You can't see where the prick is.
More boys! Wah! Slaughter! Ready! It's the new queen. The war is here. Shifting. Bring it. I'm the meanest. Easy, yeah? Get snipped.
Hang about, when did Ungrim start putting up a fight against Grimgor? Grimgor's been beating the shit out of you every fucking time you fought. Not once have you come close to doing this kind of damage. Maybe it's because he got exhausted over there. Because I think every time he's gone in, he's gone straight against the enemy lord while it's been fresh.
I'm the boss. I'm the best. This battle leads to war.
Get out of the way, you moron fucking hero. Move.
I'm Grimgor.
Why is he not dead yet? Die already, you stupid fucking dwarf. What?
Alright. Suppose.
Kill him, Grimgor. Hit the little twat. You've got 133 attack, he's got 4 melee defense. Why is this being such a problem? He's got a 30% ward save and 5% magical as well.
This better be good.
How?
Moving fast.
Are you kidding me, Grimgor? How are you losing this?
Yeah, alright. Run in.
How? That has never happened the entire time. I had to get my hero to finish that for you? And that's after getting Gitsnick. Which I thought it'd be actually better with, not worse. I have to be careful of that. He almost died. He had 3 times the guy's hit points and somehow was dying. They were both exhausted. So, and he had better stats than Ungrim, so I don't know why he'd almost die. That was fucking stupid. That made 0 sense.
Keep moving. Let's go. Kill him.
I had to lose that unit of Black Hawks, you've got to be kidding me. Okay.
Come on.
Grimgor's not been touched the entire time, so lesson learned there. When you find out what the enemy lord is, just send Grimgor straight against him, don't let Grimgor get exhausted. Because when he's exhausted, he fights for shit. And apparently the enemy keeps fighting like the fresh, even though they're not. That is bizarre. Absolutely bizarre.
I'll crush them all.
So I hope you guys saw that and saw how bullshit that actually was. And yet you've seen Grimgor multiple times flatten Ungrim, Grombundle, Thorgrim and Belagar, all without even losing 20% of his health. That one fight, he almost dies. And bear in mind, Ungrim's had all his purples for quite some time. Grimgor's just got his first purple and suddenly does worse. Not sure how that works. I need his fucking armour. His armour's more important than his weapon, apparently. I need that extra fucking ward save.
Let's get stabby.
I've got to hope to God this works. I mean, if not, I can retreat anyway and they can't pursue me. There's no point in getting Dark Elves coordination target because they've had that now for God knows how many turns and still haven't done jack shit. Karak Izor's been undefended for fucking ever. All you've got is the garrison. Send in 2 armies and just take it from him. It's a city. Then you can build it up and start... Well, it'll go down to tier 4 if they don't destroy it. So then they can start recruiting decent units, tier 4 units. And then build it back to tier 5. And then you're not in a forest where you're taking fucking attrition the entire time. Wish they'd give the AI, especially when they're on your side, like some degree of common sense. So in some cases you need one, at least one, I'd say, probably one decent AI partner. As the bad guys anyway. As the good guys you kinda get them regardless. But you need at least one. I'm not looking to fight. My army's completely fucked. Great, and now we're into attrition. When I declined the attack, why did I have to move? He wasn't attacking me, so I shouldn't need to do a retreat move. I should be able to just stand there and recover. I'm just declining the attack. He's attacking the city, not me. So why would I need to retreat? That doesn't make any sense. Thanks for that. I really wanted and needed that fucking attrition.
Let's go.
It was really good for my army. I needed that extra turn of recover, you fuckwit.
Start the war.
What the fuck?
In the motion.
Move already.
Book says what? This guy is... Get going! On it!
He's almost there. Need to move the other hero action as well. There he is. I mean, it shows you what I mean with the AI. The fact that Nagaron can still pull in a strength rank of 3 with 9 settlements. And I've seen their armies. Their armies are garbage. They might have some better armies down south where Malice is, but the bulk of their armies are complete shite. So how they still hold strength rank of 3 when you've seen what I'm dealing with against the dwarves, who are strength rank 7, and I'm only just weaker than the dwarves at strength rank 8. 61 settlements. It's not the most I've seen them have. I've seen them have over 90. And then this is bothering me. Strength rank 17 with 46 settlements. He's actually gained a settlement. And he's weaker.
Master of death and kill. Here you speak. Yes, yes.
I won't take it regardless.
I is biggest.
What do you want? Just go. Best idea.
See, the idea would have been that if I'd have been able to recover there, that one turn, my armor wouldn't have been fully recovered, but would have been in a better place. And then using my garrison, which is intact, send them forward to soak the punishment, maybe keep a few units back that are a bit on the weaker side, send the rest forward, kill Thorgrim. Might as well get rid of these fucking war boys while I'm here. Looks like I might have to go with the 2 army option. Which means then now I'm going to have problems from Eikendorf and possibly the Empire. And if any dwarf armies come this way that are going to attack this side, which I now can't defend. Because I've got to stop these here. I mean, potentially, because beforehand I don't think Arog had Lightning Strike. And he sure as hell didn't have that because he's only just got it. Maybe I could... Maybe I could... push down there both, if I lose this, reoccupy it again for, I think, the 3rd time, leave Arog there, and go on the attack with Grimgor. Because these attacks won't stop while I can't destroy their shit. And I've got to push somewhere. And at least up here, the Empire is less effective. Because unless they're moving into like raiding stance and raiding their ally, they're going to be taking attrition. Because they don't move the mountain without taking attrition. So it's going to weaken their armies if they try and come at me from that side. So I could just try bury the dwarves in the back mountains.
Attack!
What do we need to win on this? That. I need another 9 settlements. That's the hard part though. I mean, if I can get military allies with the Skaven, it would help. Because they're going to have Karakate Peaks. They're going to have Lamia. I'm not sure if they've got Khemri, but they potentially could. So they're going to have at least 3, probably, well 2 or 3. They're going to have. So that puts me closer to that 8. Chaos is obviously already defeated. One thing that Order Tide did for me. and then I've just got to raid 10,000. And all you do with that is, you can do that as your last objective. When you've got your enemies basically beat and destroyed, you just find one of their city areas, or town areas, stick all your armies in it in raid stance. Did she just destroy that rather than occupy it? I really wish they'd give the AI more common sense on that as well. Where if they're not a horde army, and their native idea is to occupy something, occupy it in some capacity. Either general occupy or loot and occupy, but either way occupy it. Don't destroy it down to a ruin and then start from level 1. Let them occupy it at the one level lower like a player would, or if they loot it, I suppose it might be 2 levels lower. I'm not sure if looting works like sacking. Because if you're sacking, you lose that other level. Now she's bringing up a semi-decent army there. Maybe that might work well in the auto-resolve. There are some shades in there. And considering what I saw my friend Overlord do last night with a army of... it's the army that I normally build for Dark Elves. Because it's not a Doom stack, it can be beaten. But it is quite strong if you know how to play it. So he's got Marathi. He had a Death Hag. So he's got a melee hero in there. Because Marathi's shite in combat. I think he had 4 or 5 Blackguard. 2 Bolt Throwers. And the rest of his army was Shades of Greatswords. Which are really good at ranged. And they're above average in combat, and also the armor piercing on both sides, ranged and melee, making them pretty effective, pretty versatile. That's quite nice to see in 3 plague claw catapults. Oh, actually 5. Fucking has got 5 plague claws in one army. So his army was really strong, but he moved on to landing march stance right near Fey Enchantress. You've got to be kidding me. That fucking arsehole witch hunter wounded my hero who is going to Red Eye Mountain. Fuck's sake. Can I not just get through to get the fucking other goddamn legendary, please? The dwarves didn't attack with 2 armies? That's strange. Well, the Dark Elves took some shit back. That like less than half army isn't taking Barak Var. If they attack that, I'll fight it. I'll maybe fight it if it's 120 stack. It's just based on what's in the 20 stack and what ranks they are in the 20 stack. If it's ranked like this is, even though this is a pirate army, I'm not fighting that because I'm not going to win it. Not when I've got garrison units that are unranked. I've got no chance. What the hell? Who the hell is that?
Now's the time.
Well, they're probably going to attack that on their next turn. And we can't get back there in time. But losing that is going to put us into a minus.
Now we're talking.
Why is that attrition there? Orcs suffer attrition when crossing mountain passes. When probably half of the orcs live in mountains. What? Their only resilience is barren wasteland and desert. You might want to fix that, CA. Otherwise, why do half the orc species and goblin species live in mountainous regions. I don't think they're going to live somewhere they take attrition from. They naturally habitate to it like dwarves. Maybe fix that. That's rather fucking stupid. I'll move him there.
What you want?
Absolutely not. What you want?
You stay there. Right, you. Not you. My own fucking hero, please. Thank you. Fuck off, Skaven. Get out of the way.
Away!
Just get down there, please, without being wounded or assassinated. I just need you to walk into the region so I can unlock his fucking quest. So I can try and get him his armor. Then I can pass his armor on to one of the other lords.
Underway!
Well, to be completely honest though, I'm not seeing as many Empire armies coming down here as I thought I would. I've seen Volkmar, I killed Emperor. That's the third or fourth army? Might be fourth. And they're building one there. Which, some of those are low ranks.
Get nasty.
So although the dwarves are pushing really fucking hard, Empire not so much.
Bold for war.
Now if we can get the Dark Elves rebuilt down here, because he'll have some cities down there, it looks like he's taken most of Krotgor's shit. We can hopefully get him rolling. Because we're military allies, aren't we? We are military allies. Yes, so he's got at least one city there. They're rebels, so he's had a rebellion there. So he's got one city there, one town there.
Black-hearted, fear my malice.
And then he can fully recruit from.
Send me to bow.
I can fully recruit high-ranking units from Black Ark. And he's got quite a few of them here.
Fear.
What command?
Just obviously it's a way for him to travel from down there.
Yes.
What's his relation with Clanishin? He hasn't got one. It'd be really, really helpful if you could get relations with Clanishin, would it? My relations are deteriorating, but I can't afford to give him any more money because I'm probably going to lose Mount Gumbad and I'll be in a minus. Although I have got 285,000, I don't know how long that might last. And I might also need to spawn an army full of regiments renowned to help protect something at some point. Right, we now quick saved it, and we do have a siege tower this time. I can now fight this battle. And I might sack it depending on how much it's worth. And then I can just raise it the turn after. Right. Let's put you guys there.
Here we go. Black is the new green. What you want? The Black Orcs will win. It's me. The war is here. The war is here. Black Orcs strong. Choppers ready! War boss!
Need to feed!
That should be everything. It is indeed. All those skulkers, you can easily jump this fucking wall. Other two wait for the gate. Although actually no, I've got an idea, because these, oh no, these haven't got the flasks. I was going to say, if they've got the flask, I think they'll retain the perfect vigour. Fucking hell. Look how much handgunners damage can do to a spider. And bear in mind, they're unranked garrison force handgunners. They're like, you know, nothing special remotely at all. And the gates are down. Okay, good. Why did my war boss take so much damage? Fuck. But actually, leave that second group first.
Battle! Ready your flash!
Mike! Go!
Show us the enemy! Warden! Here we go!
Is that gate ours? Awesome. What? I specifically circled 2 units. Get over there. These units, no, they're not breaking through, are they? Not at all.
Out the way! Let's fight! Where's the spec? Super jams! Show us the enemy! Run, boys!
Move these here, just there's no point putting more guys in there. Oh shit, they might get seen, maybe not.
Ready!
We are covered in all blood! Ulrich's teeth! The gods have abandoned us!
Let's get him! Crush him! Here we go!
You too.
Fight, men! Fight for our right to
Records
live!
move! Time for slaughtering!
Ulrich's teeth! Retreat!
Back off!
My troll's like mortar magnet. Every single one of those shells hit her.
Smash him! Slower! Get ready to war!
I only took 93 losses. Maybe it's because a lot of my single entities are damaged. I'm saying like I took a lot more damage than that. I know the ball boys didn't take any because they were hitting trees at the back, but fucking hell, I think these were the war units. Fucking Christ. But then again, on the wall was only 4 units of handgunners who obviously can't fight for shit. If handgunners suddenly start beating Black Orcs, that's when you write a strongly worded email to CE and say, what the fuck is this shit? Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Let's get moving! Start the war! I like it. Now's the time.
And that gives me a chance to recover a little bit, and then it puts me back above 300,000, it's like 41k. So I'll sack it and then I'll raise it. And then hopefully Dark Elves can occupy it. But knowing my luck, it'll be this fucking lizard guy will occupy it. Lord not moved, what is this? Grimgor? Because Grimgor needs to recover, which he does next turn because he's got a lot of recovery. Thankfully it's one thing he has got a lot of.
Born for war.
It's good to know they've got a shit ton of Black Orcs. Black Orcs. Fucking hell. They've got Black Orcs in the ocean. So any armies trying to cross from the mainland to their islands, apart from that landmass up there, they've got like now that's 5 Black Orcs I've seen. And if these get leveled up high, they can recruit really fucking strong armies. And then they can help these recruit stronger armies as well, because they can build pretty much every building they need. When you're recruiting like units at like rank 6, rank 7, rank 8, suddenly you've got much stronger armies unless you're recruiting fucking red spears. I mean, at the moment, the dwarves are a bigger threat to me than Border Princes or Empire. The High Elves will probably be a big threat, but at the moment they're dealing with them on that side. And by getting the Dark Elves involved in the war, they might, maybe, be able to take some of their shit. So like that army, that's a newly recruited army from that town, it's unranked to shit. Yeah, I'm not beating both of those, I've got no fucking chance. Took a lot of damage though. See there, Thorgrim just occupied it. That's what armies should do if they can occupy something. What does he want? A peace treaty. Who are you at war with? You're at war with Clan Shin though. No. Although the bulk of his army is shit, these can do damage if they're allowed to fire. These are devastating, especially against dwarves, because dwarves have no cavalry, and even gyrocopters, if they land on them, take a while to take them out. And they are really fucking good at destroying anything that's not a single entity. Plague Claws hurt. They're probably the most damaging artillery in the game.
Let me to battle.
Do we take attrition all the way along here? We fucking do as well. The problem is we can't gang up in that way. Well, I can't beat him to that anyway now. Why am I still in the surplus? Oh, because he's raiding.
Let's get started. Get going. Underway.
So if you don't get wounded or assassinated, what we're talking? 3, maybe 4 turns to get him there. So then where don't I take attrition? Down here somewhere, right, okay, so... I should move there. Actually, you can go get rid of the Black Orcs, really. Be a better idea.
I'm almost this way.
Fuck. Miles away. Okay, fair enough.
My land. The boys are pleased. Going.
Okay, we'll wait for him here. As best we can hope to do 2v2 them.
Wyvern's teeth, yes.
Why did it still give me a Ferric victory? I don't get it. The exact same garrison that I just faced, except now they're half dead, and it still gives me a Ferric victory. Look at the damage that I take against that. In what world? In what world?
I'll crush them all. Fighting soon. Now's the time.
I'll save that actually for Grimgor's new Black Orcs, because they'll do more than the Master Skulkers.
Unworkable.
But see, this army's been recruited from there. That's where he's recruiting. He's recruited a more reasonably agreeable army. Rank 4 and lower. That's the kind of ranks I would expect on a new recruited army. Rank 6 artillery is probably a bit high, but that's probably because of the faction-wide buffs to get from Norn. But that's only 3 units out of 20. Dwarves get it on every fucking unit of hammers practically. And their artillery, and the rangers, and their iron drakes. This army is more reasonable. But this one is either battle-hardened army that Smal have not fought yet. I don't know. I don't know. But they're getting recruited at 2 higher ranks. I know the Hammerers get buffs if they recruit from Karazakarak, but it's not in their control. It's in mine.
Do what I says.
Right, he's almost there. What I'm going to do might piss off the Skaven, because I might have to search a ruin. But if the Deathmaster's going to keep being unreasonable,
Overlord.
there's not much I can do about it.
Your words, but they will change nothing.
Come on, you fuck. Not that much, no. Why are you scared about joining war against them? You joined war against the Empire and Dwarves who are much stronger. The counter offer is I just join war against them, yeah, because that's a balanced offer. Because that's a balanced off of Malekith. Oh, fuck it. I don't need his help against them. Just if they come... They've only got one settlement left, actually. I mean, why wouldn't he declare war on them? They're so weak. One settlement, which is what they've taken from me, I think. Yeah, they've got Vrenica Hills, that's it. So that's it, they can't even recruit any more good armies. That's their last decent army. And remnants of that. Because they've got no city. So they can't recruit anything above tier 3.
No.
So, they're fucked. And with a 10 stack, I don't think he can even take a town from me. He certainly can't take a city. Maybe if he puts both these armies together, it can maybe have a crack at a city. But even then, I'd probably still fight that. And that's why I went on the attack. For 2 reasons. One, the hope of removing him from the game. And 2, that the Dark Elves might occupy this. And then build something resembling a worthwhile army.
No.
He's then got that there as well, that little stack.
I'll ignore that.
And that hero on board. Right. Let's see what the dwarves do. Yes, because down there from Black Hawks we're going to see a lot of useful movement. Whoa, they come over the right distance. Estalia somehow took out Ikit Claw and Kazrak. How often do you see that? Wood Elves have actually had their shit pushed in. You don't see that too often either, to be fair. He's going to occupy that because it gives him a city. Of course. He fucks his army though for a bit. So you're not going to do it with that army. Tilly's come sniffing. I hope that the Dark Elves get there before Tilly do. I don't want Tilly having it, because at some point down the line they're going to be an enemy as well. Who? It took you that long to get me leveled up. It's 54% vampiric. There's a good chance it belongs to the Skaven. There's a very good chance.
boys are pleased.
Move, god damn it.
Cook, send me to battle. Let's go. Keep moving. I like it. What more wants? Go.
Mork says what?
Right. I'm gonna have to leave it there. I've got 4 Grim coming. I've got Arog waiting with the garrison of Mount Squighorn to back him up. Hopefully Belagar's not right on his ass to both land at the same time. If he was, I should be able to see him. But I've got a feeling that there's at least somebody there. There's an 8 stack. Maybe Belagar is behind him, I don't know.
On it.
And there's Ungrim recruiting yet another army.
Mork says what?
This is my
I'm bringing him back now though. Need to get him home sharpish. Then he can help out. Right. This episode is running on quite a bit. Right, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new around here, please drop me a subscription. It really helps grow the channel and I really appreciate it. If you check in the description below, it's got my links to everything. So all my social media, my Twitch and my Patreon if you want to support me a bit further. Help me towards that goal of doing this full time. And if you leave me a comment below, I'll get back to you. Take care everyone and have a great day.